Good afternoon, Tim. It's great to have you on our Business Spotlight interview this afternoon. I hope you've had a great day and it's not too warm where you are. And yeah, we would really like to hear more about your business. So would you mind telling us more?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brett. I'm the founder and CEO of a company called MortgageMarket. We're a marketplace for home loans. We enable customers and businesses and property developers to get access to the 7 banks in the country. And we have a value proposition for customers. It pays them $5,000 cash back. And we have other several value propositions for property developers as well.
Great stuff. And Tim, how did you get started?
So I've been in home loans about 11 years right now. So I was fortunate enough to have run home loans for one bank, and I've been an executive at another. And I've launched quite a few pioneering tools in the industry. Launched the first ever online application form for home loans for NetBank back in 2012. And we also pioneered and built the first ever pre-approval capability that happens real time for the banks. So for me, home loans was an eye-opener. The industry is great because it focuses on providing real solutions and real services to people that helps them obviously get access to home ownership and helps them buy property. So I've always liked the business. It's connected to real life stories and real people, and
excellent.
That's where it's been a real pleasure being in the industry.
Yeah. So you're making people's dreams come true, is it?
In a way, yes.
My own dream. Yeah, where I want to stay.
Absolutely.
So tell us about your products and services. What makes you unique, and why should customers buy from you?
Yeah. So essentially, we are the first platform in the country that has created a sense of convenience, transparency, and empowerment for customers in terms of their home buying journey, right? So when you think about somebody looking to buy a house, they typically want to know how much they can afford. So our ability to give them quick access to that, settles them down, very quickly in terms of reducing any anxiety levels about the type of dream house that they can get.
Yeah.
And then also because it's a long-term product, they want to ensure that they're getting the best deal, so the best rates in the market, so that 20 years is a long time to repay a bond back. So you need to ensure that you start off by pricing them correctly, and you want to make sure that you've got the best product from the entire market, and that's where our comparison solution, becomes very innovative. And then the idea that we can also pay them an amount of $5,000 cash back for doing an application that they would need to do in a branch or anywhere else is also innovative because we're putting real cash back into their pockets through the entire journey as well. Yeah.
Awesome. So the real estate agents must love you.
It's always an interesting dynamic. We partner up with a lot of real estate agents as well, because obviously we bring them the ease of access to clients. Our pre-approval capability is great for real estate because they don't spend their time having to deal with the quote unquote time wasters who don't quite know what they can afford when they're looking for property. So we partner up with real estate. They assist us with selling in our developments where we have developments. So there is a good relationship there.
Okay. And, you've been in the business for a while. Why did you start growing? Why did the business grow and prosper?
Well, this might sound cliche, but, when you do find something that works and there's a real need for it, customers will gravitate towards it, and you'll find a niche and you find a market for it. And we found our market, and we believe our product is right for the time that we're in South Africa. So it's found fertile ground, and hence our growth has been tremendous over the last couple of years. We've grown by 300% year on year.
Wow.
And we have lots of growth aspirations in future.
Yeah. Suppose when you make it easier for people to buy, they talk about it, and people learn about it just by referral marketing, isn't it?
100%, 100%.
Good.
Yeah. Best form of marketing. It's authentic, and people can relate to it without feeling like trying to sell them something.
Almost like a medical doctor. How does he get patients? People tell other people.
That's true. That's true.
So what's been your biggest learnings as an employer in this time you've had the business?
Yeah, as an employer, it's been interesting because when you run a small business as a startup, everything that is around you is very clear to see. So there is no bureaucracy. There is no, long-winded processes and how things get done. So that means that you have to work with people who are about the business, who are hardworking, who are very clear about what they need to do and how their role fits in. So we run our business with a very strong value system, and it's really helped us, get the right people in. Because people can make your business or break your business, and
Absolutely.
The quicker we can understand our people and the alignment between them and our value system, that has been a really big success factor for us.
So taking it on from there, in terms of when you do recruitment of new or replace somebody that's left, what are the typical things that you look for in a person that applies for a job in your business?
Oh, we look for just obvious things like people that are thoughtful, people that understand how to work with others, people that understand how to be self-sufficient, and who have big personal goals and standards for themselves.
Yes.
Those are people that typically have thrived in our business, and we're very thankful that we've got a handful of them that that serve us and are real assets to the business.
Yeah, so one of the things we talk about in Action Coach is people who are responsible, take accountability, and have ownership. Those are the types of people you need in your business.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So running this business must take a lot of time. How do you balance the personal life and the business life?
Yeah, that's a golden question. For me, the balance was a lot easier in corporate, because you're able to take leave and switch off, and you can hand over your work to somebody else. But as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, nobody's coming to get you. You are the business. Doesn't matter that you have systems. The reality is that you still live and eat and breathe the business every day. So I don't have a work-life balance. My business is my life, and that's just the way it is. Maybe it'll change as I mature and as I make money. But for now, MortgageMarket and myself are absolute one.
You're almost married to them. Okay, great stuff. So as an entrepreneur, we talk to people, and we quite often hear that, you guys are so lucky. You run your own business. What are the common misconceptions people have about running your own business?
That it's easy, that it's it didn't take much effort, it doesn't take a level of sacrifice and courage and just resilience. I mean, the resilience that you need in this business. If you think the resilience is maybe order of magnitude of 5, the reality is it's probably 15, 20, or even 30. Right? It's significantly harder than you can actually imagine, especially during the difficult times. So that's the misconception, is the supposed ease at which you can start and grow and
lots of money.
Yeah.
There's a stat that says that 80% of businesses fail within the first 3 years. And people don't see that. They see the ones, the couple that make it and come through.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Okay, so financials are obviously important in business. What type of advice would you give new business owners terms of their financials and how they should run it?
Yeah, I think if you're fortunate enough to be a good business administrator or to have had, a background where you understand the importance of information management, the importance of keeping just a good management system about how you run finances, how you keep invoices, how you deal with suppliers, how you deal with payments, etc. That will really go a long way, because you're gonna need lenders at some stage. You're gonna need banks. You're gonna need VCs. They are going to make a decision about your business based on where your financials are and how clear and professional you have kept good records. So from day one, we've been fortunate enough to have done that, and that's been important for us because it's helped us raise capital from very short space of time since we launched to date.
Well, coming from the banking side, you probably know all of the right things to do.
I know a few things, and I've also learned along the way as well.
Excellent. Tim, where do you see yourself and your business in 5 years' time?
Yeah, we certainly want to be profitable. That's the one thing. We want to grow. We want to evolve as the industry evolves, and we want to continue to impact the lives of people. I think, there was a question somebody asked me the other day to say it's easy to point out and ask a question about what is changing.
Yes.
But the reverse is also about what isn't changing.
Yes.
And what isn't changing in our country is that people need homes. What isn't changing in the world, that homes are here to stay. And, the idea of making sure that you think long-term is a big part of our philosophy.
Yeah.
We don't do things short-term, and it does confuse the enemy sometimes, because they often don't quite know what we're doing.
Yes.
And that's obviously because we have a long-term strategy, and we're not focused on the short-term gains.
Short-term, yeah. Yeah, and then a house is probably the one thing that a lot of people buy. It's going to be their biggest ever expense. Even lately cars compete, I think, but in the past, that was the thing. So what's the one question that I should have asked but didn't, and what's the answer?
I think the one question you should have asked, has been how do small businesses survive in a world that actually relies on a lot of small business to drive the economy? Yeah. And the answer to that lies in a more considered effort between government and private sector to be less punitive on businesses that don't make it, because the reality is that stat is not about it's not about businesses failing because they have embezzled funds or they don't have a product or they don't, it's more about just how difficult it really is to start a business.
Yes.
Right. So the support from the economy needs to be there. The support from government, the support from players that have made it, that have been around for 30, 40 years, to support other small businesses, to pay them on time, to have subsidies and breaks for them.
Yes.
That would be the answer to that question, is how do they survive? They really survive by the environment getting behind them and really just letting them know that what they're doing is extremely courageous, and it's what's moving the economy forward, it's what's moving the country forward, and it's what's growing jobs. Jobs don't just grow organically; they grow by somebody taking a bold step to start something.
Taking the risk.
100%.
Absolutely. One of our dreams and action coaches that we would like a coach in every business. And we just think that, having a soundboard and having somebody who asks you the right questions and steering you in the direction shortens the learning and improves your chance of success dramatically.
100%.
So if you had a magic wand and you could spread some magic dust on your business, where would you sprinkle that?
I would sprinkle it on our distribution, yeah, definitely. Distribution is key for us. That's how we're going to scale. And, small businesses need scale to really demonstrate
Yes.
their potential.
Yes.
Yeah.
So distribution meaning more branches, more offices.
Branches, physical presence,
Yeah.
people, yeah.
Okay.
Being able to get the word out there, definitely.
Yeah. Tom, I want to thank you for your time. It's really been a pleasure talking to you. Lots of success for your business, and may it grow and may it exceed all your expectations one day.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and thanks for reaching out. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks and goodbye.